That is the reason why I got banned. That is the reason why I ate a fat 7-day ban on Twitch. You might not have even picked up on what the reason was, but that was it. How crazy. This line right here.
It's a good day. Apparently, Hasan Piker got banned on Twitch. I don't think it's going to last long, but we'll see. We'll see. By the end of this video, we'll probably know more. Let's take a look at a clip of why he got banned.
Protesters, both anti-ICE and pro-Palestinian. This is another big suck my dick to all the fucking Israel dick riders out there. You fucking rabid ultra-Zionist pigs. You fucking run around going, oh my God, Israel first, Israel first. Why are you tying this back to Palestine? Because this is precisely the fucking same shit. You Israel first monsters, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. How can you fucking say that when the first immigration action that the Trump administration took was literally try to deport anti-Israel protesters, trying to deport people for writing articles in their student newspaper against Israel, hurting Israel's feelings. And then they still act like this is not the identical situation. Fuck. Cue Ethan's one meme. Ethan can suck my dick, dude. It's a conspiracy. Every single person that refuses to acknowledge that tries to disparage, that tries to fucking disparage people for calling this out, that tries to deflect attention away from this issue is a fucking monstrous liar that is only invested in Israel and nothing else.
That sounded pretty racist. I ain't going front. Yeah, Hasan is nasty, and I think he deserves that ban for this, among other things, but seems like Twitch is finally trying to enforce some responsibility onto Hasan. Maybe not really, though. I think it's only for 7 days. I didn't want to spoil you in the beginning of the video. It's only 7 days. Oh, they be letting him get away with anything, bro. Oh, that's so nasty. It's so disgusting. Yeah, that's Hasan and Dan Clancy over there. Just maybe he said, hey, man, if you don't ban me permanently, I'll come on your podcast. He was like, for real? He's like, you already know, and I'll bring some girls. You should have started with that. That's what Dan Clancy responded with. He was like, you should have led with that, Hasan. I would have unbanned you forever, nigga. You never been banned. Banned where? That's what Dan might have replied with. I think Hasman Gold responded.
How about that, huh? Over stream rant. He got his ass banned again. The thing is, like, he couldn't leave the Jews alone. They say something is Israeli. That's like saying the N-word with like the A instead of the hard R. Just say Jewish.
I am not joking. The stream actually went down. This is not a skit.
Just say Jew. Just say the fucking word. Don't go and be like, oh, it's Israeli. Oh, it's Zionist. No. XQC says it's impressive what finally got Hasan banned after all the crazy shit he said before. Okay, here we go.
In Israel dick riders out there, you fucking rabid ultra-Zionist pigs.
No.
Such a pretty impressive, though. That is what got him after all the recent comments, though. I mean, he's been saying some outlandish shit that this is what gets him.
Yeah. You guys see Aiden's reaction is fucking hilarious.
No, no way. Yes! Oh my God!
Cuff him. I'm gonna celebrate. No,
go to the streamer band.
He got the theme song.
Yes!
He got the theme song.
Yes!
Is that real?
Oh, fucking dog abuser! You hate America. You.
Oh. He's ulting. He's ulting. Honestly, this is so stupid. It's funny. At the beginning, it was like, okay, I'm noticing Israel is involved. And then you're talking about it so much, it's like ridiculous because you're blaming everything on Israel.
Yeah, Hasan be trying to say nasty and disgusting things in a very sneaky way so he won't get in trouble. I'm glad that did not work. We all knew what he was trying to say. We knew who he was referring to. We already knew what it was. And I just want to say, this video is for educational purposes. I'm not trying to attack anybody. I have no hate or disdain for any community. I'm just giving commentary to what Hasan got banned for. Nasty. And then you're going to have people acting like Hasan's a hero. Right? Like, he didn't do nothing wrong. Damn, he was so obsessed with his hate. I'm trying to make sure I say that slow and not... He was so obsessed with his hate for certain groups that he didn't care how he came off or what he was saying. He was just spewing it. And he thought that the public was going to be riding with him. There are nasties that are riding with him. But majority of people are seeing what he's saying and saying, we've been telling you, Twitch, you late. In fact, did you purposely do this when he was going on vacation so it would look like you're giving him consequences, even though you're really not? Because he's said worse. He really has. Hasan has said some of the most nasty stuff, like really demonic things. But whatever. The streamer that Hasan was beefing with recently, Los Polos, I think that's how you pronounce it. He has something to say about this.
You know what the funniest part is, bro? You know what the funniest part is? All someone said to me, literally, I got a DM. The terrorist is banned. So immediately I knew what they were talking about. Which is the sad part, is that that's what people call him. But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, he'll be unbanned. He'll be unbanned.
Hasan definitely gonna cry about that. He ain't gonna like it at all. But I didn't hear anything that sounded far from the truth. When it comes to Hasan, he is lowest of low. Man, I'm talking about his actions. He does things that's so foul, bro. This ain't nothing compared to all the stuff he says on a regular basis. So I do find it very strange that Twitch decided to only call this out and not the plethora of other things that he has said as well. Like, I'm talking about hours of content of him saying worse. But you know, Hasan had to respond.
I want you to understand something, though. The clip I'm about to show you is another peer of mine. This is another content creator in the space. Think about how racist this shit is. This was his reaction to me getting banned last night.
Literally, I got a DM. The terrorist is banned. So immediately I knew what they were talking about. Which is the sad part, is that
this is the sad part.
That's what people call him. But yeah, I don't know. But I mean, he'll be unbanned.
Like, there should be an environment of shame. There should be at least a little bit of social stigma calling a Muslim pro-Palestinian Twitch streamer a terrorist like this. Just rolls off the tongue. This is exactly what I've had to deal with for the past 2 years. For these guys, for the last 2, almost 3 years now, endlessly has smeared every single pro-Palestinian content creator, many of which are Muslim or Arab, as terrorists over and over again, with no checks whatsoever.
Word, son? Are you serious? The things that you say about people on a regular basis, slandering the heck out of Asmongold, getting your audience to do the same, you crying about what people say about you? Wow. This dude is 100% a loser. Let's take a look at some other things that he should have been banned for as well.
It wasn't shocking his dog multiple times live on Twitch. It wasn't him saying that Gila Klein was a valid military target. It wasn't him saying that he doesn't have an issue with the terrorist organization Hezbollah. It wasn't for playing terrorist propaganda live on Twitch. It wasn't for wink, wink, nudge, nudge, encouraging political violence. It wasn't for brandishing what he was pretending was a real gun and threatening to dox people. It wasn't for his comments about letting the streets run red with capitalist blood. It wasn't for interviewing a terrorist live on Twitch. It was none of those things. None of those things got him a ban, but this one did. So I think that is a fair point to raise. If that was too much, how is this stuff not enough?
Hasan 100% did way more than that, right? That's just all the stuff that he was able to keep track of in that moment. Hasan definitely did way more, and they've been protecting him. I'm talking on a regular basis, nonstop. Hasan is slandering and trying to bully. That's right, I said bully. Because that's still possible, even though I used to not think so, but it's still possible for someone to make an attempt. But he's doing that to anybody that calls him out that might have less of a following than him. And he's trying to milk it all for money and views and clicks. This dude is not slick. It's very obvious, unless you in his crew of flunkies, aka his orbiters. I got a question. Which one of his orbiters is eating a cheeseburger right now? Put it in the comment section. Which one is eating a cheeseburger in this very moment, if you had to guess? Which one of his orbiters? Hasan responds and cries some more.
That is the reason why I got banned. That is the reason why I ate a fat 7-day ban on Twitch. You might not have even picked up on what the reason was, but that was it. How crazy. This line right here, rabid ultra-Zionist pigs. Now, one might ask the question, why rabid ultra-Zionist pigs is even a banned term? Unfortunately for all of us, the ADL last year was looking for any and every opportunity to apply pressure. For the last 2 years, as a matter of fact, post October 7, the ADL was trying to apply as much pressure as possible on Twitch because I was the apartheid Defense League's #1 op. They cynically smeared me as an anti-Semite over and over again, even though I'm basically the strongest last remaining soldier combating anti-Semitism on the internet, pretty much, especially at my size.
Hasan is one of the only people that could say a bunch of racist stuff and be like, nah, that wasn't what I was doing. What? When I was doing the whole voice thing and saying nasty stuff about one particular group. That's not what that was. Me? Come on. No way. I couldn't have been doing exactly what it sounded like. No. Hasan is not delusional, actually. I think that he's just being willfully ignorant. Not sure if I said that right. I don't care, I'm high. But you know what Hasan gonna do? Cry some more. And also lie some more. Cry and lie. That's like his back-to-back playbook.
Kept cynically smearing me as an anti-Semite. It didn't work. Obviously, the adults that, work in media were like, this is ridiculous. We've seen Hasan's work in this field. We know he's not an anti-Semite. It doesn't work with Democratic Party politicians in general, especially ones that aren't, directly in the pocket of Israel, unlike Richie Torres, who also participated in this ADL back smear campaign. But in the process of trying to make things as difficult as possible, when you are engaging in commentary about Israel's violent desires and Israel's genocide, use terminology such as that with regular frequency, because I don't use slurs. I try to avoid hate speech. And that's precisely the reason why with regular frequency, I will call someone an animal, a donkey, a dog, a pig, things of that nature.
Huh? Hasan sound higher than me. You don't do hate speech. That's almost all you do. That's like your entire content. Your own fans be like, hey, man, we kind of getting sick of this. Can you talk about some political stuff? Like, let's get into today's political news. Nah, I got some more hate speech to spew. That's Hasan's whole MO. Like, Hasan just sit here and lie like he breathe. It's that easy to him. Like, no, I don't. That's not what I do. Remember when I was doing this for like 9 hours a day for about 5 days a week? You seen it with your own eyes? That's not what I was doing. Or the plethora of clips and full videos of him being blatantly racist and prejudiced. We just gonna act like that never happened. Okay. All right, Hasan. I know his fans gonna be crying in my comment section too. Hopefully my supporters be in the comment section, holding it down for the Fang Gang. That's all I'm saying. Just, Oh, I also seen somebody say in the comments they want to get a Fang Gang heating pad. I'm working on it. One of these days, I'm gonna figure it out. Just gotta get past the kinks. Almost turned myself in a static shock. I felt like Kaya. Oh, that was my bad. That was crazy. Nasty song for me. That was wild. That was a wild joke right there.
Yeah. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, you nasty. You nasty fam, yeah. You know your name.
It was definitely nasty work. Still not as bad as Hasan.
Of course, the ADL offered this new form of suppression and Twitch played ball. And the reason why they played ball is because the ADL still has a lot of institutional motion. I will, however, say this is in spite of the endless amounts of enmity that Twitch has received. So all things considered, I think most other corporations would have probably dropped me a long time ago, especially with advertiser pressure, especially with the insane amount of stalkers that have been doing a one-man Gamergate, working in tandem with the ADL, working in tandem with like pro-Israel politicians in general. I think most companies would have dropped my ass a long time ago. So I will still say that in spite of this infraction, Twitch, I think when it matters the most, has at least allowed me to continue streaming.
Yeah, Twitch do be babying them. They let them get away with a whole lot. Other creators, they don't get the chance. Other creator will make a small mistake, a little tiny mistake, banned for 5 years, banned for an unlimited amount of time. We'll tell you when. You know when. What does that even mean? We ain't gonna tell you, but you know what you did. You know when. Hasan, on the other hand, he get the red carpet treatment. They act like he the founder, like he started Twitch. Yeah, Twitch is definitely a platform with a lot of problems, and bias is definitely one of the main issues in the fact that e-girls get away with a lot. I don't know why that happens. That would explain why Hasan gets away with a lot. I said it.
I care about the most, to be able to continue my commentary. A lot of my naysayers, a lot of my haters that have tried to make my life a living hell, make the lives of so many other content creators on the platform who are pro-Palestinian, their lives a living hell, routinely suppressing their speech, routinely deplatforming them to limited success, taking away their revenue streams in general. They do this because they can get away with it. And that is part of the reason why there are a lot of people who are shy about speaking out against Israel, even though many people at this point agree that Israel is a violent entity that is committing a genocide.
Hasan is obsessed with Ethan Klein, bro. Like, leave him alone. Hasn't he been through enough? Ew. It's so strange. Like, the obsession that Hasan has for Ethan Klein and Asmund Gold, it reaches no limits. It's like Helga G. Pataki. I'm telling you, he got like a whole statue made out of the gum that they both chewed. He hoping he could get a date. Maybe you barking up the wrong tree, buddy. Maybe you should holler at Destiny. That seems like his kind of thing. I'm just saying. Y'all know. Don't do that. You know. Hasan want to be a hero so bad, bro. You want to be a victim and a hero at the same time. You want a hero, take your ass to Subways.
As long as I have an opportunity to speak in front of people, as long as I can still continue speaking truth to power, offering a voice to the voiceless, I am going to be able to do that. I'm going to continue doing that no matter what these groups do. That's it. It's that simple. And you should do the same. You should remember that we have the numbers. I know that it feels scary at times when you see people like myself get humiliated, tarred and feathered by sometimes straight up pedophiles. In many circumstances, straight up people with like sex assault charges, things like that, people who are really gross individuals. And you see that, and you see the stalking, and you see the harassment, and it deters you. It stops you from speaking out. But the reason why they do all of that, not just to people like myself, but to people like yourself as well, kind-hearted, empathetic individuals who care about others.
Cut that bull crap, bro. I ain't trying to hear it. Hasan Piker is a fraud, yo. And his audience is nasty. Like, what? His audience is foul, just like him. Nobody else would be supporting this dude unless they were just as nasty, unless they was living just as foul and doing the same type of demonic things that he's doing and slandering. Like the whole Asmund Gold Twitter guy situation, where he went on there and said some disgusting thing about Asmund Gold. Where'd you think he learned it from? You know, it was confirmed that he was a Hasan fan, right? I think he might have even liked Destiny too as well. Anyway, I digress. Hasan is just lying.
The reason why they want to make you feel like a stranger in your own community, to make you feel as though there aren't other people who have that exact same opinion, is because they're terrified of the numbers that you and I represent. There are more of us than there are of them. And stuff like this happens, you just got to eat it. It's just a minor setback. You just got to continue. It'll blow over. You're just going to keep doing what you must do. Do not be deterred. Do not be fearful. Do not be afraid of speaking truth to power, no matter what. That's it. And I'm going to continue doing that till the day I die.
What? Hasan, you got me feeling like Uncle Joey from Full House, man. Cut it out. Stop. They're like, yo, Beast, come on, man. Come on, son. You really hit that kind of dad joke? Yeah, my bad. Nah, that was fire. You playing. You playing. I smoked that. Nah, no matter how corny that was, it wasn't as corny as what the heck Hasan just said. That was like nasty. He rehearsed that? He should have kept rehearsing. Nah, he should have threw that away. He should have threw that speech in the trash. That shouldn't be a speech he just out here giving all willy-nilly.
Regardless of all the naysayers who are doing victory laps currently, everyone knows it's bullshit. The ADL knows it's bullshit. Twitch knows it's bullshit. You and I know it's bullshit. And he got a 7-day ban. He got a 7-day ban. Oh, it's here. The only people that are entertaining the seriousness of this ban are those who are hysterical. They're insane people. And I'm sick and tired. I am sick and tired of having to deal with other people's madness, with other people's insanity. Why do we as a society have to be constantly at the mercy of some of the most psychotic, mouth-breathing, zero IQ losers? Why?
Yeah, I had enough. I had enough of the bull crap. Hasan just be sitting there lying, bro. Lying, crying, and just being as delusional as possible. I don't know how anyone could support him. If you watching him for like low-cal purposes, like to laugh at him, I get it. But other than that, I don't. Tell me what you think in the comments and also watch my previous video.